It is day 7 of working on blunt arming swords. I have the fire going so that it's not too cold, and I got some things today. Some new gloves because, well, yeah, these gloves were kind of used up. Because if I accidentally touch the belts or have this sliding by, it kind of cuts the fabric open. But it protects my hands from metal slivers and the belt. Cheap little threading kit because I couldn't just buy a wrench because these are dies, and the wrench for the dies, the screw, the hole had no threads. It had just stripped, so it no longer worked. So I wanted to buy a new one, and ended up getting this. So I also got the cutting oil for cutting the threads, and buffing wheels, and I think this is the right polishing compound. And let's see. And I got some more epoxy. So yeah. I think I'm just going to put these back and put these things away. And then hopefully I'll finish finishing the swords on the 120 grit belt. And then I can move on to cutting up some steel for the fittings. Well, I think I'll have to call that good enough. And I think I'm going to just kind of round over the edges now. Even though it's not perfect, I had a friend in shop class who would always say, "It'll buff." have the edges rounded over. And the center lines are decently centered. And the rest is buffing. I think the next thing to do would be to make this area round and ready for threading. And then I will remove the machinist die and the scribe line. Well, it's time for dinner, so this might be it for the day, but I might be back. What I'm doing right now is getting the end of the tang, sort of what I did here, getting that radius in there to just file it, and I'm going to be turning this round. We're going to be using probably a file and or the grinder to make this round, and then I'll make it threaded so it'll be like a screw, and then I can put a nut on and it'll hold everything together. But that's what I'm working on right now. I guess I won't get to cutting pieces out for the guard just yet. But that's probably it for the day. Nope, that's not the end. I put more fuel on the fire. I have half an hour to an hour or so. I'm going to file the tang, file this, and then probably go to the grinder with a 80 or 120 grit belt, and we'll go from there. I don't know how far I'll get. Well, I'd say that's not too bad. I think it's pretty okay. I think I'm just going, it's about 5 to 10 thousandths over right now, and I need it to be 5 to 10 thousandths under. So I filed it to leave room for some sanding. Yeah, after it's sanded, I can get it threaded. Of course, after I do this to this sword. But I think I'm out of time for today. So yeah, that'll be all.